Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening. My name is John, and welcome to my 15 Minutes. This is my channel, the Old Folks Boogie 2 channel. And the 15 minutes is what I do every day. Just chat for a bit, vent for a bit, or whatever I feel like for a bit, and then shut it down in 15 minutes. I do this every day. I'm going to try and do it for 366 days in a row. This full year. I started January 1st, and now it's episode 43, which is on the 12th of February, 2020. Don't have any real agenda tonight to talk about. Just really don't have anything at all. I'm pretty disgusted with government and politics right now. Really, really bad. This is just insane what is going on. I stopped using that word. I got to stop using that word. Because I will go insane over it if I'm not careful. This is the biggest complete disaster of a presidency in my lifetime. I know there's a lot of people that don't agree with that, but unfortunately, it's true. Oh my goodness, it is so true. So I'm going to do my part. I'm going to try and get him out of there in November. But here's my prediction. I do have a prediction. I believe Donald Trump is going to win again. I'm not fond of that. I'm not fond of that prediction, but I do believe it is true. I'll work against it. I'll try my best to get him voted out of office. We've talked about why I didn't want him impeached out of office. Oh, God, that would have really been bad. But I do want him voted out of office. I just cannot believe that the American people are allowing themselves to be godfathered in this way, if you want to go that route. Because that's what it feels like to me. I wasn't sure how to put it into words, but my brother, David, said something to me tonight. And that's what it feels like. It feels like you're being godfathered. Please, Godfather, do this for me, and I'll do this for you. I mean, we have a crime boss for our president. Sure seems that way to me. I never actually thought about it in those terms, but boy, now that I have thought about it, it really hits home. Good grief. We have a crime boss for a president. How bad is that? How bad are we to allow that? What is going on in this country? We are moving way, way, way too far in the right-hand direction and I don't know when it's going to happen. But when the American public finally gets wise, and I hope it's sooner than later, that all that's being done is having their, rights taken away, their income, dropped. It's everything. The rich gets richer, and the middle class don't become middle class anymore. We're not even middle class. We're upper lower class. We don't even have a middle class in this country almost anymore. Everybody's working for wages, not for, anything else. It's sad. It's sad. And it's all, this trickle. Come on. We've got the biggest deficits ever in this presidency, I mean, he has driven the thing up, and they're blaming it on Social Security and government benefits and the fact that tax cuts, went really deep and lined the pockets of the wealthiest in this country. Didn't seem to do anything to anybody as far as nobody seems to get it. Really, nobody seems to get it. We can't continue to live like this. There isn't enough of an economy in the United States to support a middle class the way it's going right now. There just isn't. Within 20 years, there won't be a middle class anymore. I don't know what we take. I got to look at the statistic for what we take home out of every dollar versus what we did 50 years ago or what we're going to end up doing 2 years from now. But it's always less. You take home less of every dollar, and every dollar goes less. It doesn't go as far. Nothing goes as far. Luckily, there are some things that have kept the consumer price index from going through the roof. That's because the cost of electronics has come down so drastically. Walmart was just offering, and they may still offer it, a 65-inch Samsung 4K television for $500, under $500, $480 something, $500 and change with tax in this state. Now, that TV 10 years ago would have been impossible for 10 grand. Maybe not 10 grand, but 20 years ago, yes, 10 grand easy. 10 years ago, 5 grand, 4 grand. Now, $500. So the cost of electronics coming down, other than cell phones, and, but you get more power for the money. You may not, the money may not drop. It will eventually, because eventually they'll not, it won't be any more power you can put in a phone booth. They've almost become so feature rich that you're reaching the pinnacle. I don't know how much farther they can go. We'll see. The increments are small now on this sort of thing, but see how we go off? We start talking about Donald Trump. Next thing you know, we're talking about electronics and cameras and who knows what all else. It's focus on what? Focus on surviving another day. Focus on maybe enjoying another day. Focus on paying your bills on time. Focus on lots of things. But I can't seem to focus my thoughts tonight very well. So it doesn't really matter. Although, Jimmy Kimmel, was it? Oh my God, who had that? Oh my God. Somebody had a writer on their show last night. I think it was Jimmy Kimmel on the late night show. And this guy he's a writer. He's got a new book out. Oh, I got to get a copy of this thing. I've never heard of him before, but he was right on the money with what he was saying about certain things. And I just, I don't even know where that came from, why that thought's in my head. I have no idea why. Where did that come from? Why am I talking about that? A writer. Well, anyway, I liked what he had to say. He was funny. And I thought he gave me a couple ideas. Maybe I have to go and find him again and listen to that clip. But I thought he gave me a couple topic ideas, and now they're gone. So, yeah, when you're 70 years old, topic ideas come and go about as fast as as an F1 car or a Veyron. I just saw somebody got a Super Bowl gift of a Veyron for winning, I guess, the quarter. Was that what he got? Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, when you're the winning quarterback on the Super Bowl team, the winning quarterback on the Super Bowl winning team, somebody should give you a Bayron or whatever else, because that's the pinnacle of that. That's the pinnacle of success in football, and that's the pinnacle of a success in a car. $3 million for a car. Is there anything new? Not a used car, not a not a collectible, not a Ferrari from the 60s or 50s. No, a brand new Veyron, Bugatti Veyron for $3 million. If that's not the pinnacle of a new car, I don't know what is. Nice gift, if you can get it. I don't think I'll ever see one in person. Maybe if I went down to the auto show, they'd have one. I don't know. But I'm not going to the auto show. I spent 30 years in the automobile business. I worked auto shows. And I like them okay, but it's not the kind of auto show I want to go to. Although, now maybe I should take this gimbal and go down there and see what I can do. See what kind of interesting video I could get, I wonder. That's an interesting thought. I never thought about that until just now. Interesting. Anyway, so doing isn't going to, keep the dialogue flowing here. So, oh God, 300. I just am. Sometimes I was figuring it out the other day on my 40th episode of this. That's 3 episodes ago. I was at a 10 hours of chatting, talking, running my mouth. 10 hours of it. Now I'm at 10 hours and almost 45 minutes. So, wow. I really didn't get a chance to think about how many hours of this would be in a year. But even if you're only doing 15 minutes a day, 366 divided by 4. So that's 91 and something hours, 91 and change. I'm not sure exactly, but 90 hours would be 360. So this is 366 divided by 91 and some change. 91 and a half hours of me running my mouth. And now that's a little daunting. It's actually easier to think of it as 366 15-minute episodes than it is to think of it as 91 hours of talking. Oh my God. Who will ever have time to catch up with what I've done? I mean, it's hard to catch up on anything and binge watch. Even at that, it's hard to do these days. There's so much you want to catch, and yet, there's only so many hours in a day, and you can't make this stuff fly into your head any faster than you can't fast forward through a show or anything and pay attention to it. That doesn't make any sense. So you have to watch it. You can get through if you've recorded things, you can get through the commercials pretty well. But if you are watching live TV and commercial TV, and it's not HBO or Showtime or one of the channels with no commercials, you see me tilt my head back like this occasionally because I have progressive glasses on and I have to look through the bottom of them to read the actual fine print on my screen here. I can barely see it, but when I tilt my head back, it becomes really clear. So that's the disadvantage of progressive, and I don't have a pair of straight readers, although I'm planning on getting a pair. And I don't mean I mean prescription readers, something designed to keep my eyes, arm's length and be able to see right at the end of that tip. Anyway, so for what the night is worth, we are now about done. There's tonight's picture for anybody that wants to see it. It's a space shot. Don't know what it is exactly. Maybe a galaxy. I don't know. It's pretty. Whatever it is. I don't know where it came from, or where it is in the universe, but it's nice. Anyway, so here we are at the end of our 15 minutes. I'm going to post this in a little bit. So we want everybody to have a nice night. take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, and be kind. Be kind to anybody you can. Good night.